Piper's getting a little anxious, if you know what I mean.
Just come on.
It's hot, but it's got a little bit of a breeze.
Yes, it's not. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
It does look like rain.
It's gonna. I have my sunglasses in my pocket. I don't need them.
What do you got to say about all this, Kylie?
Born. Right.
Okay, we're back. See my shirt?
Oh, what does it say?
I never argue. I just explain why I'm right. It was another hot one. Not as hot as yesterday because there was a nice little breeze. But it feels like rain, but they're saying no rain. And when you look at the radar from the satellite,
It says no rain, but boy, does it smell like it and look like it.
and I'm breaking a new pair of shoes.
So she's a scuffling.
I was scuffling along until I can get used to the weight of a new shoe. And then Denise has talked me into bringing her to,
Hobby Lobby.
because she's having issues with her car and she has an appointment to bring it in this week. Because we
Thursday.
go to Mechanical Man in
Yes.
Clinton Township on just north of Metro Parkway on Gratiot, which is Gratiot, Gratiot.
Highly, highly, highly recommend.
Very honest mechanic.
Yep. So I'm willing to wait, but yes.
Okay. He's very busy. That's why you got to make an appointment. Well, good morning. Today is Tuesday, August 11th. I almost said October 11th because October 11th is Jim's birthday. But today is Tuesday, August 11th. And we do have a birthday. Today is Dish with D, Denise's birthday. Yeah, she's like me. She celebrates it all week. I saw the notices on Facebook on Sunday and I kept thinking, I have her on the calendar for Tuesday. Why is everybody wishing her a happy birthday now? And she got on there and she says, no, I celebrate for the week. I celebrate for the month. But, you know, that's how it goes. But anyway, she gets a song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Denise. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, it is still morning, but barely, because in about 10 or 15 minutes, well, it's almost 11, because I'm supposed to pick Denise up at 11 because we're going to go shopping, get that economy moving. So, like I said, I don't know if I said it on my video earlier this morning or if I said it on her Instagram account, one of the two, but she has an appointment to bring her car in that it stalls. You got to keep revving it, so every time you stop at the light you got to go vroom, 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 and then people next to you think you want to race. So I've been the designated driver, and she has not had too many complaints about my driving, you know, because she needs to get from point A to point B, so she's got to depend on me. So that's what happens when you depend on me. But she wanted to go to Hobby Lobby because she's looking for some vases, because she's doing some kind of rearranging or something in her house. I don't know. Something with her. She bought a new, new to her, new quilt cabinet to keep her quilts in. Or, yes, quilts. Yeah, to keep her quilts in. And so she wanted to snazz it up a little bit on the top, put some planters on there. And then she also wanted to go to Lowe's to pick up some plants to put in the planters that she's going to buy. So we'll see. And I'll just, I'm still looking for my puzzle, because I want to get a puzzle for the winter for Jim and I to do, because we do a puzzle every year. This year we did 3 because we were on lockdown. But we usually only do 1 puzzle for the winter because we're usually pretty busy going places and doing things, and so it just sits up on the dining room table, and then we just, as we walk along, we do a little bit each day. But for the month of March and most of April, we were confined to the house, and so we got a lot done. But I'm going to look around and see if I can find some. And then outside, we usually hang a clock between my 2 planters, and I don't know, the clock is, we've been having a problem with the clock this year. I don't know why. We've always had an outside clock outside. You know me with clocks. I gotta have clocks. We've always put an outside clock. I've got 2 outside clocks in the backyard here, and they work perfectly fine, but for some reason, I don't know if it's because the sun hits them way too much, because I get a lot of sun on the front of my house, that it just kind of, even with the outdoor clocks, they kind of go. So I'm kind of looking for something that I can put in between the 2 planters. And then I'm really looking, which I know will look tacky, so let me know what you think, because I think it'll look tacky. But I cannot grow any flowers or plants in those darn window boxes, no matter what I put in there. Now, the one plant that I put in the backyard here and the little side planters that I have on my down pad, the lower patio, like I'm really rich. We have the upper patio and the lower patio. Snooty that I am. But anyway, they're thriving. They're just absolutely thriving. But the front one, and I think it all comes down to there's just so much sun out there. So I'm thinking of getting some artificial plants to put in there. Not artificial flowers, because those just, to me, I mean, you can get some nice artificial looking flowers, but I think I just like to get some succulents or something, artificial succulents to put in there. And so they would be there all year round then. I have them in the winter too, so we'll see. I could have used this breeze when we were walking today. It's nice now though. It's supposed to get cooler today. But on a little side note, I wanted to say hello to Garrett. Hi Garrett. He's Jenny A's son. And he always watches me too with his mom. And I just wanted to give Garrett a shout out. So hello Garrett. How you doing, buddy? Okay, then what else did I want to talk about today? I'm just getting so close, just so close to my, like, last week I didn't really realize, I was for some reason thinking I had 6.5 pounds to go. And then when I looked at my tracker, I found out it was 5.5. That was even closer. But I'm just getting anxious, if you know what I mean. Like Beetlejuice, I'm getting anxious. And not that everything miraculously is going to be perfect, because it's not, I know that. But I'm just really looking forward to saying I've finally lost 100 pounds. Because I've said it for so many years, almost 40 years I've been saying it. And to finally be able to accomplish that, I'll just feel really good about myself. I really will. Not that I don't feel good already, but I don't know, did you ever want to achieve something and you really, really, really tried, and it was just so close, but yet so far, just like within your grasp, but you couldn't grab hold of it. A lot of times, like if I'm thinking of something and you know it's right on the tip of your brain, it's just like right there, or the tip of your tongue, you just know it, but you just can't get it out. That's how I feel right now about getting to my 100 pounds. It's just so close, and I just want to get there. But I am curious. I did I switched over to online for 6 months because there was nothing in sight that my studio was going to open. So I switched over, and I always on Sundays got an email from Weight Watchers that gave me the printable topic for the week. And I didn't get an email this week. And so then I chatted with the Weight Watchers and the chat group, and they showed me how to do it on the app, that you can get it on the app itself, which I did fine. But when I try to print it off, I have to take a picture of it, and then I can't make it big enough, and it's just, I'm just, like they say, struggling. So I don't know if anybody else is online. Do you get the letter from them, or is it just me that's not getting it, or the email? Because I usually always got an email. But then this morning when I was checking my emails, I did get an email from is it my leader, my guide? It's been so long I forget what they're called. The one that leads the meeting, which is the leader as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, her name is Denise. And she sent me an email, and she says, oh, good news, all of our studios are opening up next Monday, the 17th, and that on Saturday they're adding a class. So before we only had an 8 o'clock class and a 9 o'clock class. Now we're having an 8 o'clock, a 9 o'clock, and a 10 o'clock class. But I'm online only now, so I can't go. And if I wanted to go, then I'd have to pay another $36 a month. And as much as I like going, and I know this is going to sound terrible, but are all those people worth $36 a month just to go and see them once a week for an hour? That's $9 a week just to see them. Are they worth it? I don't know. I know that's terrible to say out loud, but that's just how I'm feeling. And I've proven to myself that I can do it on my own, somewhat. I mean, obviously with YouTube that's helping me out tremendously. and following the plan, because I have lost almost 20 pounds since this whole pandemic. Well, maybe not 20 pounds. I've lost 20 pounds this year, but since the pandemic started, I think I've lost 12 or 13 pounds, something like that. Because I think I was 225 on my last weigh-in. No, was I 225 or 222? I was in the 20s, I know that. And I'm in the 209 now. So I've lost at least 10 pounds on my own in the last 3 or 4 months, which doesn't sound like a lot, 10 pounds in 3 months. But it's like a little less than a pound a week, which is what Weight Watchers recommends. And so I think I'm on track with that. So, and you know, to be honest with you, even though I go in the stores, I stay clear of people. And I think when I go to a meeting, I'll be sitting closer to people, and I don't go in aisles where there's people. I stay more than 6 feet away from people. I'm really far away from people. And I always pick a line where there's not a lot of people in line. So I don't know. I know I got to get out of my comfort zone. I know that, but we'll see. Only time will tell. So this is what I think about when I see people with without a mask on. Because even though it's mandatory in Michigan to wear a mask when you go into a store, so many people don't wear a mask and they don't enforce it. And I don't understand that. I really don't, because before they enforce different things, you know, like if you're smoking in a restaurant, they enforce that. If you don't wear a seatbelt, they give you a ticket. I mean, I know that was the law, but I understand there's a difference between this and that. But if they said no shoot, you know, perfect example, like this is what gets me too, is like when the kids are going to school and they say, well, they can't make them wear a mask. Yet their dress code tells them that they can't wear a halter top, they can't wear short shorts, they can't wear gang symbols, they can't wear gang colors. You know, they have like all these lists of a dress code. Why can't they put that as part of the dress code, that you must wear a mask? If they can tell all you that you can't do all these other things, well, then why can't they say that? Then I think it might be a little bit safer for the kids to go back in school. But now that the kids are mingling more, they're coming up with their tests, and so they're coming positive with being, thankfully, I mean, I know that some people still die from it, some kids have died from it, but for the most part they seem to get over it. But they're still carrying the virus, and so I just wish that people could bite the bullet and just take 1 year out of your life to live like this, so that you can live 20, 30, 40, 50 years more. Or your family can live longer too. But anyway, that's about it. I gotta get going because, yeah, Denise is waiting for me. But if I make a purchase, I will definitely show you. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. And I'm going to probably show you my food today. I'm not going to show you every day, but today I'll probably show you, because I got to stay on track, because I'll be honest, I'm starting to sway. I am starting to sway. But I won't. Okay, I went to Hobby Lobby with Denise, and I ended up buying this sign. I have to get some plants for here. My other plants died. I think I'm just going to put some artificial plants in there now. But this is what my sign says. Okay, this is the puzzle we have decided on doing this winter. It's 1,000 pieces. The ones we were working on before were only 500, so might be a little bit more challenging. But since we're planning on hopefully only doing one puzzle this year, we'll see how this one turns out. As always, I will show you, but we're not starting this one till like around Christmas time. I'm going to have a little bit of everything for breakfast. I'm going to have fruits and vegetables, some ham and cheese, and of course some tea. So today is Tuesday, August 11th. I started my day off with a prayer. My quote is, "Success doesn't consist in never making mistakes, but in trying to never make the same one a second time." I forgot to put try. But in trying not to ever make the same mistake the second time. It's a 4-point breakfast: cereal for my egg, the veggies, the fruit, the ham, and the tea, and 4 points for my ounce of pepper jack cheese. It's a 4-point breakfast. Let's get it eaten because I'm hungry. For dinner, I'm going to have some honey garlic chicken. It's made in the crock pot. It's 1 cup, and I have a cup of rice, and I have some pineapple just to kind of offset the, kind of make it like a sweet and sour chicken. Not that this is sour, I don't know, I just like the pineapple with it. But I'm doing a collab with Danielle Nicole that'll be out on Sunday, September 6th. That tells you it's 1 cup of the chicken with the sauce is 4 points. And you get 6 servings out of the chicken that I made. So it's a 13-point dinner, 4 points for my honey garlic chicken, 6 points for the cup of rice, 1 point for my lemonade, 2 points for my sugar-free pudding, 0 for the pineapple. So it's 13 points, and I still have 6 points left if I want to have a snack later on tonight. Well, I had a pretty successful day today. Spent a little bit of money, but keeping the economy going, that was my plan. But I'm just so close to my, I know I keep saying it, I know I should stop, but when we were out shopping and walking or driving around and passing things up, and I thought, will I ever be at a time when I can think I can stop at Dunkin' Donuts and just get a donut and not think about, oh, how many points is that, how many calories? And I know that's not true. I know my whole life, the rest of my life, if I want to keep the weight off, I have to do that. That's not to say that I can't have a donut occasionally, but I don't know. It's just, it's a ways away. I know, but. And it's not really that far. It's close, but it's far. It's still, I'm thinking, realistically, it's still 6 or 7 weeks out for me to get there. So I have to stay strong, because it's just 6 or 7 weeks, and then I'll be into Wonderland. And things aren't magically going to be perfect at that point. I realize that. I know I'm going to have to try really, really hard not to get back up into the 200s. But... And not that I don't feel a sense of accomplishment for all I've achieved so far, but to me that'll be the pinnacle of success for me, and I will really feel like I've accomplished something. And I have accomplished a lot. I know that, and I have to keep reminding myself of that. And just know I've set my goal, and I'm inspiring to get there, and I know I will. So. Let's get on with having a good weigh-in this week and go from there. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit that like button, and share it if you think somebody might like to see it. And always stay safe.